Hello and welcome to part 4 of how to draw a lioness. Hi, my name is David and I hope you enjoy this one. So as you can see, we have one side of her face to do and one side of her body. So I'm going in now with an ivory under her eyes, giving it a first layer, just gently going in and trying to cover her cheeks. Bringing it all the way down as far as there. I'm going to come straight in with the walnut brown and start on her markings around her eyes. Bringing that gently outwards in a flicking motion to create the illusion of fur. Bringing out that eyes, the corner of the eye that is. And coming in with the burnt ochre to give it another nice layering. Bringing in some more colour to her skin underneath her fur. Just going over what I did with the ivory. And using the side of the pencil rather than the point. Still using the burnt ochre, I'm just going to start coming in and putting in some of the markings that she has going down her cheeks. Just gently in so that I can see where they're going. And just to make sure that I've got them in the right place as well. So, flicked it downwards and now I'm flicking it upwards, and then I'm coming back over that walnut brown I did around the eye. Found another spot that I needed to enhance. As you're going through this, you will find bits and pieces as you darken up. You see that just needs that little bit more. It just helps the overall picture. And then coming back over to the eye again and using the same colour, the burnt ochre, and now I'm bringing in with the burnt sienna, going over the markings that we did earlier on. Flicking it up and flicking it down, just trying to make it look as if it's going underneath the fur above and over the top of the one underneath, and the same again on the other marking. Bit of burnt ochre again around the eyes, filling in. They're going in between those markings that I put in with the burnt ochre just to give it some fur lines. Flicking it up and flicking it down and trying to, if you can, to go into a V shape each time, because they're not really always straight. Does it keep doing that? Just making it a little bit more darker, going in a little bit more pressure. Coming in now with the raw umber, bringing in more colour in between those furs, giving it a bit of shadow and just colouring. And remembering the direction that we're going in with the fur. Always try to keep that in mind. Changes so often and so quickly. Flicking it down and then flicking it up. Taking it to the edge. Coming in now with the walnut brown. Back in onto the markings just to enhance those a little bit more. Don't want to lose those markings. Changing the pencil now to a burnt sienna. Just coming over the burnt ochre we did earlier on, just giving it some colour again with the raw umber. And out to the edge of her face. Back in now with the walnut brown. It is just building up those colours. Colours and the depth as well. Enhancing that mark coming away from her eyes, going round the nose. A little bit of black right in the corner. Sharp pencil also with the making some fur lines back over the other side just to enhance that little corner as well. Back in with the ivory just around that eye. That's a paler colour, and then the burnt ochre coming over it very gently with the point of the pencil, just to give that a bit of colour. Using the dark sepia just to enhance those markings a little bit more. Small little strokes, flicking it out and into the ivory. Coming now underneath her nose and finishing off with the ivory, going over that whole section, giving it a nice thick layering, a couple of layers. Using the embossing tool again, I'm trying to get the those whisker lines in best as I can, and then coming back over with the burnt ochre, bringing in some colour using the side of the pencil. Gently bringing that down around her nose. Doing the same as we did last time without going all the way up to her nose, because there's a nice faint line going around it. It's almost skin colour. From the edge of the nose, taking it out, just making it a little bit dark as you go out. And joining up with what we did a moment ago. In now with the burnt sienna and bringing those markings, bringing it down. Joining it up around with the nose bit. And if somebody knows the name of those markings around its nose, I'll be interested to find out. These are little markings that the whiskers come out of. Using the walnut brown now, just slowly going over what I've done, enhancing it a little bit more. And just gently joining those dots without losing the dots. Burnt ochre again, coming down. Coming over those small dots, just darkening it up that little bit more, taking it towards the edge of the nose, the side of the pencil. Bit of raw umber now, just to sort of a bit more colour, darkening it up a little bit more. Burnt ochre, back over the cheeks again, and bringing those markings down so it joins up with what we've just done around the nose. Walnut brown again with the markings, trying to help to make them stand out. The raw umber. Deal with the raw umber, put it down, put it picked up again. Bringing the burnt sienna down on that eye line that's coming from the marking, that's coming from the eye. Now with the raw umber, just gently finishing off around those eyes and the top of the nose. Side of the pencil with the burnt ochre again, and just taking that much more closer to the edge without losing it. And you keep finding spots, little bits that you want to add to. Using the black just to enhance her mouth there. To finish off the corner. Making a little black fur line so it joins up with the her lips around the mouth. Using a very sharp point. Coming in to do her body now, and using the ivory, I'm going all the way over. And whilst I'm doing this, I'd just like to take this opportunity to say thank you for watching my video. And if you like it, hit that like button and also subscribe, as this helps the algorithm to get out to more people to see the video. And if there are any animals or pets that you'd like me to have a go at, please put in the comment box, and I will see if I can get round to doing those. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so I'm going over now with the second layer, giving this a nice firm basis to go with. Coming back in with the burnt ochre. And with the burnt ochre, I'm going in and just trying to find the markings of her beard. Putting in those shadow areas. So I can then work from there and coming outwards. Giving it a fine shading with the side of the pencil. Once you've established where they are, you can then start going in with a thicker pencil, heavier pencil, darker pencils. And that now starting to use the tip of the pencil, coming in that little bit heavier. Once you feel a bit more confident as to where they are and you're happy with where they are, you can start going in. Still using the side of the pencil now, I'm just coming over, thickening up those lines, those areas. But trying not to go in too thickly or too heavy. Just trying to bring this out gently. Don't want to do it too heavily. Just gently bringing that colour up a little bit more. And coming down the side of her beard and marking out the line there, the shadow lines. Making that stand out that a little bit more. Back over her markings, so we don't lose those. Coming in with the raw umber. A bit more colour, a bit more shadow. Bringing it down round her beard, making that stand out that little bit more. Same again with the her markings. Taking a flick up. Flicking it up so that it looks like it's going underneath the white of the fur, and flicking it down to create the same effect. Burnt ochre, bringing it up to and joining up with the other side. And bringing the colour balance up to the same as the other side as well. Using the side of the pencil for her beard just to bring some colour into it. We can get some shading in a moment. So we did it a little bit earlier on. Just bringing that colour up a bit more. Joining those two markings up with the burnt ochre, Bringing her fur lines down from her cheeks. And gently now joining those markings up with her fur, with the burnt ochre. Overdid it again. Bring that now around. Coming in with that raw umber to give it some bit more shadow underneath her beard. And through her markings. Flicking it up so it looks like it's going underneath that, the white of her fur, and also flicking it down. It also gives her that little bit more depth in her body. Sorry about the movement of the camera. I have no idea what happened there. Coming in with the burnt sienna. Just darkening up that shadow that little bit more. Again, just to give it that depth. Taking it round, joining up with the other side. So it looks like one piece rather than two. And also along with the markings, just to make them stand out that little bit more. Giving her a bit more colour, that burnt sienna, coming back in with the burnt ochre. Bringing in some more of those fur lines and joining the shadow there with the markings underneath. Again, remembering to get those markings in and shadows all the way around her body. She's beginning to come together now. We'll make a start on her beard. Putting in some shadows. Making it stand out that little bit more. Also giving it some colour as well. Flicking that from underneath, making it look like fur. On the other side as well. Bit of raw umber. Bit more colour and a bit more depth in the shadow. In some of those shadows. And started to make it a little bit more like fur. That's the burnt ochre, just finished off her belly side. Bringing in some colour there underneath. Bringing that burnt sienna. Giving it a little bit more shadow around her cheek. Bringing that colour out a little bit more. The raw umber around her lips. I'm just going around now, just tidying up some of those little bits and pieces here and there. With the raw ochre, sorry, burnt ochre, burnt sienna. Bit of walnut brown, just on the edge of the nose. Just going over some of the little bits and pieces that are standing out and shouting at you sometimes. Okay. Just making it, trying to make it look a little bit more realistic. Just using an embosser, sorry, scratching out some of the fur lines around her whiskers. With the raw umber around her mouth, a little bit more shadows. So I'm just going around now, just tidying up some bits and pieces, and this is all pretty much finished. So I want to say thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you stay for more. And if you did like it, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I would really appreciate that. And share it if you'd like as well. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Many thanks, and thank you again for joining me in this drawing of a lioness.